All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in with with the Majestic Show with Coach Kizzy. So, as I weather my storm, I want to teach you guys also how to, if you ever come across an experience in your life where a storm is, that the person wants to, some of the tactics that people do, it's just, and one of them is isolation. One of the tactics that a person do will try to put you in isolation. They want to put you in isolation. I'm gonna teach you what it means for them to put you in isolation, want to put you in isolation, and I'm gonna tell you why they put you in isolation. Okay. So when someone intentionally tries to isolate another person from the world, it is rarely a random act. This behavior often streams from a calculated mindset where the isolator believes that by cutting someone off from their support system, they can control the narrative and perceptions of others. In their mind, isolation is not just a tool for control, but also a way to create a illusion that the isolation person is at fault. So I'm gonna explore the psychological motivations behind such behavior. It impacts on the victim, the impact on the victim, and the importance of recognizing and resisting isolation tactics. Okay. But you know me, I'm a hard headed. You ain't for put me in isolation. You know what I'm saying? You ain't for put me in no isolation. You put me in isolation. That's like jail. I ain't for being isolated from nobody. So the psychological behind isolating someone is often rooted in manipulation and control. The person orchestrating the isolation may believe that if they can separate their target from friends, family, and colleagues, they will have more power over them. This can occur in various contexts. So abusive relationship, toxic workplace, or even within certain social circles. The isolator's thought process is often strategic. Okay, so they think this is what they think. I'm gonna tell you what they think. So they think if I put this person in isolation, it will look like they did something wrong. By removing the victim from their usual environment, the manipulator aims to not only weaken their resolve, but also to shift the blame onto the victim. Okay, so you got to know. So the illusion of guilt, isolation can be used to create the appearance of wrongdoing. Okay, so in many cases, the victim suddenly absence from social and professional settings leads to others to speculate. You understand what I'm saying? So the manipulator, I don't know how to say that word, but whatever, counts on the expectations, speculations, hoping people will think, why is this person suddenly so withdrawn? That's what they think in their mind. Did they really do something? So this tactic is particularly leverage social dynamics and the human tendency to fill gaps in information with assumptions. Okay, so by out isolating the target, the manipulator crafts a narrative where the victim appears guilty or problematic, without evidence. Okay, so this is often seen in situations of workplace bullying, where a manager or a coworker might exclude someone from the meeting or group activity. So you got to know that the person is, and they want to know that the person is unreliable or untrustworthy. So this is what isolation is used for in like a storm, or in just something that somebody wants you to do. So the impact on the victim being isolated can have a profound psychological effect. The victim may experience confusion, self-doubt, anxiety, and depression. Cut off from their support network, they may start to believe that the negative narrative being pushed about them. The isolation, it reinforces a cycle of vulnerability, making it harder for the person to reach out for help or defend themselves. Okay. So you got the recognizing and resisting isolation tactics. Like me, I'm hard. You can't put me in nowhere that I don't want to be. That's just like I was just thinking while I was in the kitchen, I'm cooking something, right? So while I was in the kitchen, I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? What if somebody had ever trafficked me? I wouldn't, no, 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 no. I'm hard headed. And that part right there, you're not supposed to just tell me what to do, or you're not supposed to make me do something that I don't want to do. So you're gonna have to either kill me, you gotta do something, because I'm not supposed to follow by your rules. Your rules are stupid. Get down on your knees and do something. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not gonna do it. So recognizing and resisting isolation tactics. So awareness is the first step in resisting manipulation. I don't know why I say that, manipulation. So recognizing the signs of intentional isolation, such as exclusive from group activities, discouragement from seeing friends or family, or the spreading rumors, is crucial. It's critical. I'm sorry. So the victim should try to maintain connections with trusted individuals and seek support from outside of the isolator influence. So in some cases, professional help from therapists or counselors can provide strategies for coping and reclaiming your authority. You understand what I'm saying? Your authority over yourself. So don't let nobody do you like that. That's what it is. It's just to pump fear in you. It's to pump fear in you. So that's why, like, all the tactics that people do, like, just, like in my hometown, they attack me with either children's, females, and stuff like that. So this to pump fear in you, for people, for they can have the narrative of, you see how he don't want to do this, see how he don't want to do that, see he did this. That's the narrative that they want. That's the narrative that they want you to, that they want people to believe. And so if you feel like that, if you feel like you can't be around certain people, then, oh yeah, they give them that narrative where, you see how he do that, see, he won't even do that, see, he did that, I told you, look, that's what they do. You understand? So just always remember, don't worry about the little tactics that they have, because this is the tactics to make you feel, to pump fear in you. And you shouldn't fear no man on this earthly land. You understand what I'm saying? You should fear the most high God. So don't let the oscillator little tactics have you worried about, okay, well, I can't look at a certain person. I can't do this, or I can't do this. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what they want you to do. And so when you start thinking like that, and you start storing this negative feeling in this negative vibe in your brain, like, damn, did I really do this? Or dang, did I really do this? But this is what they want. You can't give them what they want. You have to do for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? This is what they want you to do. This is how they want you to feel in the inside. For they can have the whole narrative of, oh, you see, I told you. Oh my God, you see? That's what they want you to do. So these who use it often do so with the belief that they can control both the victim and the narrative about them. By understanding the motive behind isolation, it's an impact. it impacts individuals and communities, can better support those who are targeted and resist the spread of false narrative. Ultimately, recognizing and standing up against isolation helps protect not only individuals but the integrity of social and professional environments. Okay, so you just got to remember that this is a tactic. This is a tactic for they can actually just get you in the spot where they need you to be. So yeah, they'll point fingers like, oh yeah, you see that's why he don't want to come around nobody. That's why he don't talk to nobody. That's why he don't do this, or that's why she don't do that. That's why she don't do this, or whatever. This is what they did. So as I weather my storm, I'm going to teach you how to weather your storm. So if this come across your For You page, this message will meant to find you somehow, some way. And if didn't nobody tell you today that they love you, just know that God loves you, and so do I.